Number 7 that men do to ruin their lives is that they don't keep a brotherhood of like-minded men around them. They don't have a band of brothers. They are not part of a tribe. The thing that men do that really ruins their life is that they live like an island. You act like a lone wolf. You are not meant to be a lone wolf. You are not meant to be an island. You are meant to find like-minded dudes who share your core values. Yet another reason to have core values and non-negotiables. Because if you're like, dude, these are my core values, these are my non-negotiables, this is how I roll in life. I'm an extreme, unreasonable, impatient motherfucker that wants to make a lot of money, be fit and jacked, be self-actualized and self-disciplined, and do a lot of good for humanity. And I find other dudes like that to connect with. That's my tribe. That's my band of brothers. That is the brotherhood that I belong to. Like, that's why we have that modern day night project brotherhood. All of a sudden the dudes don't feel like islands anymore. You're not meant to be an island. From the beginning of man, beginning of time, we were tribal. We hunted as a tribe. We survived as a tribe in a community. So find your band of brothers. But to find your band of brothers, you must put yourself out there, and you must have a set of core values that you can test another group of men against. And if they have your core values, get in that group. Don't be an island. Don't be a lone wolf, suffering in silence, white-knuckling through life, and just desperately hoping that things will change.
Welcome to the home of Williams' Old Yeller Dogs. I am the Shogun, Andre Williams. Like, follow, and subscribe.
What's good, big dog? It's your boy Dre at Samurai Kennels, here with my brother, the one, the only, Big A.M. Palace. Hey, and that's the Miyamoto Musashi of the gang. What's good, big dog?
Hey, you know what it is? You know, back in here like I left my wallet and keys, man. Sleep with the Giants, wake with the Monsters, and eat with the Lions. You know what it is.
Yeah, man. Real 0341 type stuff right there, bro. And I just want to say, with your workout regimens and stuff, going into 2024, I want to add a segment into the show about check your health, man. I got a homeboy that's a chef, and he does vegan culinary arts. And I'll be bringing him onto the show as well to talk about how to properly prepare meals, not only for your dogs, because we talk about the raw food, the kibble, all that stuff for the dogs, but we ain't talking about the man behind the dog, you know. What makes you able to go out there and run 5 to 8 miles with your dog, you know. And we just want to build better men, man, you know. Better people through better dogs.
Yes, sir. You know, at the end of the day, man, if we not getting better, you know, we not making the progress that we set out to. So, at the end of the year, we shouldn't be the same people that we were at the beginning of the year. We should be better.
Nah, man. And you had mentioned something on Wednesday Night Live, man, that I want to say thank you for sharing with the world, because I'm going to incorporate that into my life next year. And that was the whole October thing where you kind of lock it down and reflect to yourself. I think that's going to be big, and I think I'm going to start doing mine the month. So October, release the Digital Dog Show, and take a month of reflection for myself, you know, between then and so I can cover most of the holidays up with it.
Yeah, man, just look back on all your accomplishments, what you're setting out to do. You might be on the right path, might just, you know, need to add this or, you know, shake that, man. It's just a reevaluation and prep, and, you know, preparation.
For sure. Hey, man, so I got 3 things I want to cover on this Sunday weekly wrap up, and I'm going to get out of here. First, I want to give a shout out to Solo But Connected. Solo, you were voted into the Shoguns. I'm going to add you to the chat here shortly to get the behind the scenes access. And Brother Vinnie gave me a call today, and I can't tell y'all all the nature of the call because it's a private call, but there are some things that I told him I wanted to share from that call that empowered me and made me feel rejuvenated. So first, the brother that had mentioned that he called me and said, "Hey Dre, you ain't released the Sunday weekly wrap up yet." And you know, I told him, I said, "Brother, I've been slacking, but I'm gonna get that video out there." And then he said, "Dre, I just want to let you know, man, that I really appreciate the fact that y'all are not just building better dogs, but y'all are trying to build better men." And so I want to say that from my perspective, for somebody that don't have to say that, it means a lot, because that encouragement goes a long way. especially when it's coming from a person I see as an elder. There's a lot of brothers who are my elders, and they don't realize that I make my own decisions as a man, but encouragement is good for anybody. And with that being said, brother Big A, I'm gonna yield the floor.
Yeah, man, that's real, man. And big shout out to Vinnie, man. Just sometimes just putting that word out there, man, and speaking it, uh, makes the ship move. Sometimes it's just good to hear from one of your peers. Tell me what you're thinking, or whatever, and sometimes you can see somebody from the sideline, that you in the circle with, be like, hey man, let's roll. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, and we on board. So just growth and progress, man, and not necessarily holding each other accountable, just being around the right brothers, man, and you automatically hold yourself accountable and put yourself on a different platform than what you're used to. Hey, you want to be a millionaire, you hang around millionaires. You want to be successful, you hang around successful people. You want to get better, you hang around people that's sincerely trying to get better.
Amen to that, Big A, bro. You're very well articulated, man. And so, I just want to get those shouts out. I also want to give a shout out to Student for Life Dog Training. Man, I appreciate you and your fervent fellowship. All the members, man, everybody. Also, shouts out to all of y'all brothers out there training and putting videos out there for the December Obedience Challenge competition. I see some brothers out there putting in some work, and I hope to see some very competitive dogs when we release it on December 15th. The top 10s videos will be coming out here during the Thanksgiving week. So top 10 dog trainers, top 10 YouTube channels, Dog Man of the Year and Dog of the Year will be getting announced this week. Nobody has really been inboxing, so I don't see the reason to push it out any further. I want to release it and, can I get those results out prior to the end of the year? I wanted to wait till December, but I know come Christmas time, I'm going to be really busy. So I'm just going to trickle feed those out to y'all so y'all can see it. And I'll give the who, what, when, wheres, and whys behind that, as well as links to those channels so y'all can get out there and go investigate for yourselves. But I also want to talk about the Digital Dog Show moving forward. 3 things came out of conversations I had this week. One, I'm bringing in 3 new classes that were not previously introduced in 2023. The first is going to be an OTC class. That's going to be a fun class known as the OTC. This is for those dogs that are just not conditioned. They're just good bred, happy pet weight American Pit Bull Terriers. There is no criteria for how thick or skinny they should be, but it's going to be really hard for a OTC pet weight dog to compete with a dog that's conditioned, because you're not going to see the ideal body structure unless the dog is at least in some form of conditioned shape. So for those of y'all who got a female who just had a litter of puppies, or a male dog who's come back off an injury that you couldn't work him, but he still looks phenotypically appropriate to be an American Pit Bull Terrier, we're going to have that OTC class, as well as a black and tan class, and then finally a class for blue game dogs. Now, mind you, I'm not saying blue American Pit Bull Terriers. What I am saying is, for those of y'all who have blue dogs that are excluded, there will be a class specifically for that. It will not be competing against the best in class for the American Pit Bull Terrier. But what it will be is it will be authorized for competition in our best of breeds class. So if it's registered as a staff or a bully, then obviously it will go under whatever breed it is registered to. If it is registered somehow under the ADBA or BFKC, I will still create a separate class for that, because it is my personal belief that even if it is game bred, we don't have enough consistent lines to prove that. I'm on the fence about the black and tan dogs, but for right now, the black and tan, because I've seen so many bloodlines that can throw them, they will still compete in the American Pit Bull Terrier class. And if you don't like it, make your own show. Like, that's your prerogative. I don't have an issue with that. Big A, I'm going to yield the floor at this point.
Yeah, there'll be no hate either. Wouldn't hate it at all. Yeah, I think those categories would be pretty cool, man. And at the end of the day, man, for all the participants involved, it's a promotional type of deal for you, and also opportunity for you to build bigger and better connections. You know, it's it's all good, man. It's all love. We don't come. We not showing up and showing out to down anybody. We trying to big up everybody, man. Just bring the light to it. So yeah, I think those categories would definitely be dope, man. I think it'd be nice.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then the last topic I wanted to cover here, Big A, before we get up off here for the wrap up, is just man building movies and historically relevant movies for indigenous peoples holiday or Thanksgiving. And one of the movies I will be watching this week is Last of the Mohican. It is also a great American classic novel that was turned into a movie. It stars Daniel Day-Lewis, Wes Studi, and it takes place during the French and Indian War. The central idea behind it, besides just the good fight scenes and the good storyline, is that the Native American father, Chingish Cook, takes in his pale-faced son and raises him, and Hawkeye becomes known as the Long Carabin, the Long Rifle, and they end up going on an adventure together, man. And I just like the overarching story behind it, and it's something that during this time of the year, it's a great time to reference it and kind of just get in that holiday mode and that holiday thought process of why we give thanks. And I appreciate all of y'all. With that being said, I'm going to yield the floor to my brother Big A, and we're going to get him out of here.
Yeah. I wouldn't necessarily say this is a seasonal movie, but this is one of my top movies of all time. It's up there. It's Cinderella Man. When I first got into Cinderella, when I first heard Cinderella Man, it took me years to watch it just because of the name, and I thought it was some old love story, whatever. But Cinderella Man takes place in the Great Depression, and it's a boxing movie. And it gives a real detailed view at what the Great Depression was, the struggle was, the starvation, everything. It's about a boxer's life, and it's a true story to the bone. They kept it pretty much down to the script with this, and it was pretty much spot on. And that's a good movie, man. I would love to hear somebody who watched it or is going to watch it off of just what I said, man. It's one of the best movies I've ever seen. But yeah, I yield the floor.
Yeah, man. Hey, I still got to check that one out myself, bro. And,
yeah.
I appreciate that, man. It's been a pleasure. This Wednesday, we will not be live this Wednesday, y'all. If we go live, it'll be Saturday, Sunday this upcoming week. We're going to spend time with our families. I got me some Patty LaBelle sweet potato pie. And yeah, man, we're going to rock out. I will start posting our little shorts of our thankful videos. So y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. Also, we're going to keep putting out our shorts for our different samurai and announcing all the names of our samurai, because going into next year, that will be important to understand who and why each samurai was selected. So that being said, y'all, we're getting out of here. Peace and blessings. Today's math is the 19th. That means knowledge born. And what that means is the man must be aware of the knowledge that he possesses and be aware and look at things for what they are and not what they appear to be, as well as to birth new life into the world and to be a creative producer. So we're going to get out of here, y'all. Peace and blessings.
Peace.